Welcome to E4M. Joining me today is the man who's been a key figure in driving growth strategies in Zee Entertainment. He's the man who has an experience of 2 decades in the media sector, and he's the Chief Growth Officer with Zee Entertainment. Mr. Ashish Sehgal, welcome to E4M. Congratulations, first of all, for the DP World International T20 League, which has just started. It's the 3rd season that you started with.
That's right.
So without wasting any time, I'll start with my first question. So this is being aired across 15 channels and the OTT platform ZEE5 as well. How does this partnership align with your content strategy? And what are your expectations regarding the audience engagement and revenue generation from this property?
So, thank you for having me on the E4M, here, and it's been a pleasure to be part of this interview. DP World ILT20 is one of our strategic, investment 3 years back when we wanted to get into sports, back into the sports, and we found this as a very unique opportunity because any Indian cricket is today becoming very expensive. At the same time, we wanted to experience, a large league, how to broadcast a new league on a network like ours. Build our expertise back into sports marketing and revenue generation through that. So becoming a broadcaster for ILT20 was one of the strategic initiatives which we took at a cost possibly which we thought could have been a little more affordable, because Zee has in our DNA something like we want to invest in sports where we think that it can become profitable. We yet to obviously see that, but I think it's just season 3rd, and we're still developing the league in the country as well as globally. So I think we're looking forward to the season 3 for the performance of it and the popularity. We marketed pretty well this time, and we tried to, reach out to as many as consumers we can to make this league popular. We are working with the ECB, the Emirate Cricket Board, to build this league in India as well, because that's where the cricketing audience lies, and also at the same time creating our foothold into the Middle East, especially the UAE region. So I think that was one of the good starts. Coming to ILT20 season 3, it's been bigger and better. The first 3-4 matches which has happened till now has shown very good, results in terms of good scoring matches has happened. We're telecasting it on live on ZEE5 as well as on our 15, movie channels or across our, popular channels across the country in various languages. Now, from the perspective of viewership, I think we should hit a better viewership than last year. We did almost 220 million viewers we reached last year. Our expectation is to grow this year. And if this league grows, I think the advertiser interest will start coming in. It's still to be seen. We have a better result than last year, but not substantial enough to, justify the investments.
Right, great, sir. I wish you all the best for T20. My next question is the prominence of OTT is growing now. So how is Zee adapting its digital strategy to cater to changing consumer preferences and to maintain its market position?
So ZEE5 in a very short span of time has become quite a popular app. It's one of the top 4, OTT apps in the country today. Our content strategy is slightly different than others. While a lot of other OTT players are looking at sports as well as on the entertainment content at the same time. As you know, we have only one sporting event, which is ILT20 on ZEE5. But our entertainment content is where our focus is, especially movies and entertainment, web series or serials. We are also looking at a freemium model for the app where SVOD and AVOD will have both its own revenue generation opportunities. We have very recently started mini series where we are creating 7-episode series, which first goes on to ZEE5 and then we take it on to TV. So that is another route which we have taken to popularize ZEE5. But movies is something which we are focusing across markets, and we are acquiring a lot of movies in languages as well. Our language market, as you know, is pretty strong from a linear side as well. The similar strategy we're looking at to, reach out to our consumer across the country in various languages. So hence, regional focus will also be there on Z5.
Right, that was exactly my next question about what initiatives are you taking to tap into the regional markets and producing. Are you also producing localized content that resonates with the diverse audiences in India? If you would like to elaborate.
So yes, of course, Z, the intrinsic strength of Z as a network lies into regionalization of content, or taking content its own local culture and local languages for the consumer, and that has been our mainstay even on the linear side of the business. Uh, Z has been investing in regional markets for almost 1.5 decade or 2 decade, and that has started to give results today. While the Hindi market is being today proliferated through various other mediums, especially, likes of YouTube and Meta, etc. But regional market are still, uh, you know, uh, standing in terms of its linear offerings, because the kind of content which we have been able to produce and resonate with the consumers in those markets is still overpowering any other medium, and hence it is still appointment viewing which is happening in these markets. And the kind of stories which we tell are done with a lot of research. We, the insights which we get from our consumer are incorporated into our stories, and that has helped us to resonate with the consumer in a much better way.
Great. So now I'll come to the financial side of things. Uh, for the quarter ending, the second quarter that ended in September, according to that, the company achieved a profit of around 16% improvement was there, and the expenses got reduced by 20%. Can you elaborate on the specific cost-cutting measures that Zee has undertaken and its impact on overall operations?
So yes, we have taken the usual cost-cutting measures as it should have been before the, previous year to this year. We have tried to, optimize our cost in content making, also operations, etc. And we are trying to, stay away from non-profitable investments going forward. So every penny is being utilized in the right manner, and I would say more optimized manner.
Great. So also in the same results, ZEEL also reported a 7.9% decline in advertising revenue. And what factors contributed to the decrease, and any strategies that you're implementing to reverse this?
So as we all know that the advertiser interest on the linear TV side of the business has been reducing for a while. However, TV still remains the highest reached medium, and also it has got an impact by the overall economic downturn in the country. So it's, I think, not only Z, every other network has seen the brunt of it. Possibly, I would see, due to our very tight marketing strategies, we've been able to maintain the degrowth. I mean, I would say optimize the degrowth, or the decline which you've seen. I think we have had the least decline in the industry from that perspective, if I compare it with my other competitors, etc.
Right.
But yes, going forward, we are now looking as to how we use our strengths, which is our regional markets, and how to increase revenues on those markets. At the same time, I would say on the Hindi side also, we have a large chunk of movie channels, and we have a huge share in the Hindi movie market. And still feel that ZTV is still not its own the potential it has reached. So even if we are able to reach the consumer in a much better way, we'll be able to woo the advertiser better than our competitors. So that is the expectation, and that is the strategy we are looking forward to increase our market share in the market.
Right, great. And sir, also this question must have been, everyone's asking, after this mega $8.5 billion merger between Reliance and Walt Disney India's media assets, how does Zee plan to navigate through this intensified competition in the media and entertainment sector?
I think it's good for the industry overall, because consolidation in media will help, in especially media side of the business, will help in the overall decline in the pricing of the products. It will at least start. I mean, if the competition is able to, especially this merger, JioStar is able to manage the pricing in the market, the GRP requirement by the advertiser is same. It is just that the pricing has been reducing because of the demand and supply situation. Now, if we hold on to the pricing and maybe increase in certain demand markets like southern markets, Bengal, etc., we will be able to reverse the trend as an industry. Now, within that, then obviously Zee has still a very formidable player, and ultimately the business side is not just decided by the strategies of the company, but finally consumer is the god, and they decide what they are watching, and advertisers are trying to chase our consumer only.
Yes.
So if we are able to hold on to the consumer across our various offerings, I think we still have a play, and we will be able to compete with any big player in the country.
Absolutely, so wonderful. This brings me to my last question. If you can share some insights into ZEEL's key priorities and investment areas for driving digital and broadcast revenue growth in the next 2 to 3 years.
As I said, see, our regional market is our, obviously the mainstay, and we'll keep on competing hard in that market and try to be in the leadership position. As far as Hindi is concerned, we are trying to improve the Zee TV offering and our other Hindi GC market, like Punjab and your Bihar, these markets, to build up the overall Hindi piece from the GC point of view. And I think Zee TV still has a lot of play to compete with this thing, and we need to reinvent our programming there possibly. And from the Hindi movie perspective, we have huge amount of movie acquisition which we've already done. Almost all big movies are with us for the next year, and that will help us to gain market share in the Hindi or HSM advertising market. So this will help us to build the overall competitive edge vis-a-vis our competition, and that's the investment which we are looking forward to encash it in a better way. We are trying to create or rejuvenate our IPs which are already existing. At the same time, on the ZEE5, there is a similar strategy. We will, as we have already started some mini series on ZEE5. We are also acquiring content which is more male TG, etc. So that will help us to give the overall holistic, consumer approach to ZEE5. At the same time, increasing technological developments for ZEE5 for UI UX, as in the first thing is also consumer also looks at the experience in an OTT space. So I think that is one of our biggest endeavor will be to increase the consumer experience on our apps and reaching out through various mediums, and not just concentrating on a linear on only an OTT app. CTV is going to be a big strategy for us going forward. So that is how we are going to look at it.
Great, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
for
very
taking
much.
out the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.